So we were able to prove that we can actually take control of the EIP. Actually, we'll just do it again really fast to show a proof of concept. So run this real quick. Yeah, we've caused a crash. So we go back over to the Windows box, and we see the crash, and we see our 4 B's that are run here. And this is where we would say we wouldn't put our code or shell code. So the question then is, how do we get Brainpan to run our code? So what have we learned? We confirmed that we can overwrite the EIP register. And this is important because, as we discussed, we can theoretically get this right here, this EIP register, to jump to the instructions that we want, which would be, the register that would contain our C's. So first we need to know what a jump ESP instruction looks like. Now that's a little assembly. You don't have to know a lot of assembly to do this, but in assembly there's an instruction called jump-ESP, so that's what we need to find. So what I'll do is use a tool called NASM, and you use this to find it. So locate NASM shell, it's right there, and you can just do this, copy and paste it. Sorry about that, I always do that. Let me just go copy, paste it, and they'll open up the NASM shell. Right, so that's it right there, and then all you do is just type in what you want to see. So I'm looking for the instruction jump ESP. I'm looking for the opcode. It says that it's FFE4. So cool, I think I can remember that. So now I'll go back over to my Windows box, and within this application, for us to get this pointer to go from here to this register, the ESP, we need a way to tell it to do that. So that's why we need the jump-ESP instruction. So to do that, I noticed that when I'm recording that, because of the way this thing is, you can't really see this bottom part right here where you type in the instructions in the Mona module. Let me see if I can move it around a little bit. Or I can just do a notepad, show you what the command looks like. So I'm going to type, this is basically what I'm going to type into this bottom part that you can't really see right now. So it's going to be like Mona module, so Mona, and then I'm going to tell Mona to find and .s, and we're going to be looking for it in hex. So it's FFE4, right? So you have to write this in a little Indian format. So X, FF, and then XE4. In a little Indian format. Well, before I explain that. Dash M for module. And we're going to look inside Brainpan. .exec. So that's what this means. So Mona find. I don't know why I have to have find and then S, which to me S stands for search, but maybe it means something else. Little Indian format. So Little Indian format is backwards, and it goes back to Gulliver's Travels, where they were talking about the best way to crack an egg, I think. And so they said, well, you could crack the egg from the big end, or you could crack it from the little end. The little end is like the backwards way. So anyway, this is. Actually, no, that's not Little Indian. That's just regular. I'm thinking, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, this is what I'm going to type in to the Mona module at the bottom so that you can find the opcode, the jump-esp instruction. So is this guy running? No, he's not. Let's get him running first. So he's running now. So I type down here, this is the part you can't see unfortunately. And go right there. I'll pull this up. And so you will see that he found it at this instruction. So it's a good idea to verify this. So I would type that. And right here is like a kind of like a, you can search for a memory address. So I go here and that's the memory address we're looking for. So all you do is hit OK, and it should point to an FFE4 instruction, jump ESP. Sure enough, it has right there. So it is actually a jump-ESP instruction. So what do we do with all of that? I'm glad you asked. So now we go back to our Kali machine. We don't need this anymore. Clear this.